memories we have and lessen the pain of losing her. We'd also like to thank everyone who has been a constant presence during this difficult time in our lives, to the ones who cooked meals, donated, prayed, spent time with her in her final days, and the ones that helped with the planning of the celebration. There aren't enough thank yous we could say to make all of you understand how blessed we feel and how grateful we are for each and every one of you. Thank you for your love and continuous support. Mom would have been so proud. As all of you know, Mom spent the last 2 years battling her stage 4 pancreatic cancer diagnosis. Now, at the time, I already knew she was a strong woman, but the years following her diagnosis, she proved herself over and over again. She rarely cried, hardly complained. She woke up every day and continued her life as though nothing had changed. She still went to work every day, which helped keep her mind off the reality of what was going on. There were a few times I had gone along with her, and I remember thinking to myself how incredible she was. I know the pain she felt and how she struggled, but she still managed to do it. She still took care of her family, remained our backbone, and the glue that held us all together. She spent this time making unforgettable memories with her 3 grandchildren, who she adored to no end. 2 years seemed like nothing at the time of her passing, but it was more time than anyone thought we would have gotten. And looking back through photographs, we got to do so much. In the short period of time, we managed to take trips to Silverwood, Disneyland, California, camping, and that's just to name a few. My biggest worry at the time was that my children wouldn't have enough time to get to know her. Logan only 2 years old, and Lennox not even born yet. But they do remember. We look at pictures and we talk about her every day, and we will continue to do so and keep her memory alive in all of us. Mom was born in Eschwege, Germany on August 24th, 1963 to Walter and Ernestine Schultz. She was one of 9 siblings, came from a home of abuse and neglect, where she learned at a very young age to be strong and independent. Due to family issues in the home, all of the siblings had been separated early on. She was then in foster care for years and until the point that she ran away. Fast forward to 1981, where she had my brother at the young age of 17. She became a single mother, working hard to support the 2 of them. In July 1983, she met my dad, Scott. My dad first seen her in a bar in Bad Harrisfield and lost contact with her a few months later, and then spotted him at another bar a few months later. She said to her friend, "He's mine, hands off." They fell in love quickly. My dad proposed Christmas Eve of 1983 and got married a few months later, May 24th, 1984, which became the day she also found out she was pregnant with me. Mom loved her coffee and she drank it every day, and that particular day just wasn't sitting well with her. This was many stories I heard several times over the years, along with how I loved to eat out of the trash can, and how my brother was so attached to his potty chair, he took it everywhere he went until my dad finally threw it in the fireplace. We have a lot of wonderful memories with my mom. Because of the way she grew up and how little she had, she was determined to never let my brother and I go without, and she never did. She was always there to bail us out whatever crazy situation we'd gotten ourselves into, even if we were wrong. She was not only our mother, but our hero and my best friend. These things never really came appreciated until I was older and I had my own children. I realized how much of herself she sacrificed to give us a better life. And when it came to the point we finally grew up and moved out, my brother got in trouble for one last time, and she took custody of his 2-year-old son in August 2008, her firstborn grandchild, Ryder. Without even second-guessing it, more sacrifice because of her childhood, she wouldn't have it any other way. This all goes to show why my mom was the way that she was. In family and friendships, there was nothing she wouldn't have done for anyone she loved and she cared about. If she had the ability to make something happen, she did it. And I know people often say, so-and-so was the type of person that would give the shirt off their back to someone in need, but that was truly my mom. She was the most unselfish person I have ever known. If she went shopping and she bought herself something, I'd mention how cute it was, and the next thing I know, I'd be sent home with it. Well, I didn't need it myself anyways. If I ever needed something, whether it was advice or help out in a financial crisis, she was right there every single time. She was giving and loved to do little things for people because she could. And that didn't change through her illness either. She was always cooking up her favorite German meals and delivering it to her customers, neighbors, and friends. And I do see a few faces here today of people that she always did that for. We started taking yearly trips to Leavenworth, Washington, and each time we tried a new restaurant, we would joke afterwards that we should start eating at the McDonald's there because the German food was no comparison to hers. Among cooking and gardening was another thing she loved to do. She would spend summers playing in her yard, and people would drive by selling all of how beautiful it was. I love knowing I will be able to sit in her backyard, surrounded by all the love she put into it every single spring and summer, when the flowers come to bloom again and again. Another simple reminder that though she may be gone, her love and memories will always surround us. My mom was really a special person. If you managed to make a friend out of her, you had a friend for life. She seemed to just have that effect on people. No matter the distance or time spent apart, she valued those friendships, and they were always a part of her. When I look around and I see all of your faces, I realize how valued she was by so many people. I don't think anyone would disagree with me when I say my mom could light up the room with her presence. I remember my husband's cousin had a quinceañera a few years back. Where is she? And my mom was dancing all night long. She was the life of the party. And that's exactly how I want to remember her. Fun, loving, strong, and full of life. Through her illness, she always kept her head high and never showed fear. I would ask her if she was afraid of dying, and she would always say, well, what can I do? When it's my time, it's my time. That is the point when I learned all over again how strong she was. Living each day as it came, some days better than others, but she lived knowing that at any time that how quickly things could change. And they did change very quickly. We spent the last 2 years hoping for a better outcome. But in the end, the complication of her cancer did take her life. 2 years we had to prepare ourselves, and nothing could have prepared us for the way it felt to lose her. It wasn't until things changed that I learned how much I was like my mother. I got my strength from her. I never would have imagined I would be able to sit at her side and take care of her in her final days without losing myself and everything. But I did. So today, I ask that you celebrate her life with us. Speak of her, share your memories you have of her. She will never be gone as long as we continue to keep her alive in our spirit and in our hearts. Thank you.
Well done.
Now we're going to do a little candle lighting ceremony. And Kim's going to go ahead and take over.
Hi, I'm Kim. I'm Jen's friend and one of Connie's many adopted children. I'm going to be reading 4 candles. Bear with me, I got to do 2 things at once. Okay. The first candle represents our grief. That would be awesome.
Hold the microphone.
Okay. The first candle represents our grief. The pain of losing you is intense. It reminds us of the depth of our love for you. This second candle represents our courage to confront our sorrow, to comfort each other, to change our lives. The third candle we light in your memory for the times we laughed, the times we cried, the times we were angry with each other, the silly things you did, the caring and joy you gave us. This fourth candle we light for our love. We light this candle that your light will always shine as we think of you each day and share your memory with our family and friends. We cherish the special place in our hearts that will always be reserved for you. We thank you for the gift your living brought us to We thank you for the gift your living brought to each of us. We love you. We remember you. Okay, now we're going to do the slideshow, and I just want to first say thank you to everybody that contributed their pictures and memories. And I myself have so many memories of Connie, and I love her dearly. But putting this slideshow together was just another gift, because I got to see why everybody else loved her, and I got to see her life in pictures, and it was truly, really good for me to cope with it. So, sorry, I'm not very good with words.